literally that was it. And then I don't know how or why, but somehow I put some words of music to the philosophy, and it changed our lives in a week. And
they've been changed ever since. It goes like this.
I'm a battery who lives in back of your box. You cut your radio on, alkaline fills my mind. Pulse with every beat and bassline release. Tune into the mix show, tune out the wax show. Copper top, round bodied attack those double A. Cause I'm a size D battery, cramped up in a radio, bumping mix cassettes. Carry me to a spot with MCs. Kill them all, liquor busting flows over beats. Hungry for hip hop, thirsty for rhymes. Oh, now I digest your whackness in the sewer lines. I'm a record with grooves in my bones, fiending for needles and a fix of 12-inch tones. I feel like my life's going around in circles, 1,200 ways and techniques to turn you into wax.
Don't provoke this advocate, watch what you get as you sit back and elaborate. My whole crew will form and collaborate, so reunite us like Johnny, cause I got an itchy trigger finger. My trigger's in effect when my mind sends a sign down my spine. Thought process initiates, can't control my mind state, cause I live in the state of mind. State of the line, built custom, made of armor like Justin. Combustion of breath control and mic skills. We melt mic grills to the gristle, attacking regions of your brain tissue.
May Romelzi be my witness from here to infinity. That King James ain't got nothing to do with my B-boy Bible. Eye full of rhymes, can you read it? 22 the second power. The midnight hour strikes at 12. Perfecto mundo, not in this existence. Only through Henry Winkler's eyes, time in his prime. Pressure points are blended in your skin within the width of the fire you're holding right within. They run to their homes, they run to their chapels, they run to survive. Their lives have been poison ivy and may always told me there'll be days like this. All this chaos in this land will be hard to be deceased. That's a task that must be broken by these 5 MCs that were created by the gods to dispose these whack MCs.
Whack MCs. Chain, rearrange, shapeshift your mind state, mixtapes in bootleg forms, transform. The storm has arrived. Lightning, gray clouds in the sky, thunder gods, hurricane, twister, tornadoes, out of control airplanes, inferno, magneto. I see those whack MCs in my binoculars. From far away, a DJ cuts a broken record, so I distort the microphone in a static form. Fill the form, address telephone, social security number, address of your home. Blown, B-boy silicone MCs, you'll be assassinated like Kennedy. The remedy solution, the chain smoker pollution, infinity.
And the record played, but the record's broken and the record skipped, but we flipped it over and played it anyways. So it said, to make a rainbow, it takes both rain and sunshine. Sometimes I think I got what it takes. I'm giving you what I got a lot of love to give. Living one day at a time, cause every day is judgment day. I'm living my life like I'm on a mission. There's a fine line called the event horizon, where things happen, expand your horizon, explore your universe. Sometimes I repeat the same verse twice. My advice to you is do what you like. May light shine bright upon your path. Political predictions on the bathroom stall. Pete Wilson's whack, that's why you gotta laugh, cause what else could you do? Do you know what I mean? I'll be the first to give credit where credit is due. I paid my dues by wearing holes in the soles of my shoes, from pushing dead trees, rolling under my feet, the daily breeze, across the cement sidewalk, crosswalks, parking blocks, found underground parking lots, chased away by the security guard, a few hard falls, all of my scars are proof. When I look back to the days of my youth, my advice to you, he said the boy had a free spirit. I said don't let your soul be a prisoner, will soon decay. Maybe it's a decoy for something that they made to create, shape, change, rearrange. What if 6 was 9, you still got 9 lives? Or what if L was really 7, 7's your lucky number, as if that meant something. Cause it all adds up like math, that's why you gotta laugh, cause what else could you do? you know what I mean? What do you want for nothing? What do you want?
I stick earphones in my belly button to hear my thoughts. Light bulb above my head, red 120 watts. Optic views and repulsive habits. Lucky as fuck, biting feet off of rabbits. Orange stars, yellow moons, and green clovers. They all get me over. Plus I recycle cans and 2-liter bottles, turn them into plastic explosives. I got Unabomber styles and piles of verbs. My cranium's wild and I smile from the herbs. Germinate the seeds of life with my urine. But when you're in, so what do you want for nothing?
What do you want for nothing?
Hey, who are you? I go by Tommy V. And what do? Just continue on and try to be, and you pursue happiness to be free of stress. If my head explodes from the pressure, would you think me less? Why, I ought to give you a piece of my mind. I don't think you can spare it though, so please recline. No sleeping, fuck the rest, steady declines. We'll snap a spine in no time. Are you blind? You can't rewind, so go and find and show you trying, man, at least. Sheesh, capiche, couple lard in a dish. Hey, wait a minute, man, something smells like fish. But still heads tilt to the side as they wonder, what lie before my eyes? What kind of scheme is this fool trying to devise? What the hell? Turning your M for leprosy cause you fell. Your spacing is a heavy gravitation, maybe a lack of motivation. So back and forth you're pacing, but you're acting hungry like you need a piece of ass. But I don't see a frozen plane crash, so what do you want? For nothing.
I don't know what I want, like the Olympics of migraines sitting on my fucking skull. From here to Dagobah Swamp, I drag my feet when I walk. I talk backwards like you're frontin'. Get your got pulled like a fucking leash. Then it's time to unleash my choke chain while you stroke your fucking chicken and flush the toilet to get rid of the remains. They got no one to blame but their fucking self. With empty pockets to symbolize your wealth. I came from the planet rock, so you don't stop. So rub your head and fucking wake up the dead. What do you want for nothing?
Go ahead, try my shoes, watch yourself, get all confused. Try taking a stand when you stroll through my world of quicksand. Would you understand? I can't explain, my mind's going circles. Make my way down the drain. You think you can lift me out of holes where my souls dwell? But you missed me. Next time we'll have stories to tell. Nah, you dissed me, sorry that I can't say oh well. Time to just see, but nothing's swell. Because brainstorms, not of the norm. Triggers a figure that forms, thoughts and ideas aloud. Thunder strikes, dark clouds, the numbskull kid. Come undo my lid. All you'll find are increases of pieces that won't seem to fit all sorts of shit. Piles of denial, problems I built, cover up myself every night. Big quilts of guilt, bells won't ring. For my mood swings, life's playground, up and down I go, man. I'm caught up in the undertow. Problems, I can't solve them. My potions won't dissolve them. Smoke down my... man, fucked up on that verse.
What do you want for nothing?
You're a selfish asshole, Tony. You know what? All you do is get high and do whatever you want. So you can fucking come as you want. I don't want you here tonight. Don't fucking come back.
Special effects, we got dimensional defects. Either look it up in the library text before the index. After the table of contents, you read each sentence and you would take offense. On my camera lens, I got two-way vision, mentally expensive. Extra sensor sensitive, radioactive action. Bright tint contrast, contraction, shortening your circuits, fading away a silhouette that's perfect.
And you're blinded temporarily. Let me remind you, there will be moments when your components respond involuntarily. Rebonding with things we rarely see. Costumes and perfumes make up similarity.
Because EE sets up projector projects behind the scenes. Your foil glittering accessories don't cut it. Low budget, hanging strings, heroic abducted puppet mystery. Got lost in a century, ain't updated with our latest technologies.
Greatest symphonies, rent binoculars for balconies, endangered elements, spectacular fireworks, fantasy. A fancy grand finale from abandoned Cali. Next, regret 3 digit 6, Rebet with special effects.
In special effects, we got dimensional defects. Even look it up in the library text before the index. After the table of contents, read each sentence and you will take offense. Clustering brainstorms the weather vents. Your props got wrecked and wet. Ain't water resistant. Kodak footage focusing on sets. Mirrors reflect. Flowing smoke people can't detect. Hit the deck. How'd you flooding out emergency exit?
Panic, have a sit back, audience. We plan this attack. Successful on all attempts to touch your sixth sense. Gauging the crowd's reaction to subliminal distractions. Staging optical illusions while the light shows flashing.
Electrical parade passing outlays grace attraction. Satisfaction in making design stands. And hearing impaired. Getting tapped in by closed caption. With a quick glimpse of fashion, no one tries matching.
Catching a darker power, I recommend you witness. Bathing in sparkler showers ends up in motion sickness. Do you comprehend mental fitness with the complimentary sip of citrus? Ask yourself this intense record-breaking sequence.
Adjust that treble right now, adjust the bass. Turn it up, stop fronting. Come on, turn it up. All right, check it out.
Time machine? Yeah, I think it's in existence.
I don't think that there's a time machine because as soon as you alter like the future or the past, even maybe 2 or 3 seconds, you know what I'm saying? Like it could trigger all kinds of shit up. You know what I mean? Like everything happened. Like if someone took a time machine back and altered our future, just by something small, maybe a car accident or something. You know what I mean? They can. You can just set off, what is happening right now at this minute. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't give a shit.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, but I wouldn't care because they could be somebody could already just been altering it. You know what I'm saying? And here we are now. You know what I mean? So fuck it. Whatever happens, that's where you gotta just let it go. You gotta just whatever happens, happens. You know what I'm saying? Go with the flow of it. Ride the wind. Like ride the wind like a feather. You know what I'm saying? Cause you just don't know. Somebody could be in a time machine right now, altering shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you just gotta exist. Enjoy every minute. Is the thing. I'm not worried about it. What would happen if you didn't exist? You just wouldn't exist.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know, though.
You wouldn't even know. It wouldn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? What would we be worrying about? I think it's just maybe the material things you want to hold on to, the bitches that you could fuck, but there's other bitches in other dimensions that you can fuck with. What? You know what I'm saying? So fuck it.
Can you smell that fresh mint, chronic rope scent? Making me tilted bent off the side, encroachment too potent for any opponent. Now watch the Southern Cali Trojan dent your armored confidence. Can you find a fence to hide behind? Between you and I define defeat. You lost this coin toss that happened to be gold. What are you trying to achieve? You can't deceive a Decepticon. Throw intercept your thoughts upon their delivery. Apparently, it's life seen differently. Spray you with syndrome detergent. Upgrade it with lysergic acid, diethylamide. You certified to certify what's certain. You're sure to fry when flirting with the other side. Now you're hurting. Watch this 3-headed serpent take you beneath the ocean current. Submerged, thoughtless, gutless guppies I swallow whole. Fake fish I'm burping down to your soul. Senseless deaths reoccurring. MCs burning like coal. And there's a whole coalition. Who's not listening? You're just a speck in this world of spectacles. And there's more of you than an octopus has tentacles. I got your testicles enclosed in my fist. You a bitch with no tits, it's been crossed off this list. So don't resist or refuse. Instant assistance is leaving suckers dazed and confused.
Excuse me, please pardon my interruption. It's time for introductions. At least expect a spectator to be busting, according to recent survey conductions. But I ignore those numbers, like Jehovah's Witnesses due to birthday functions, cause underdogs still have a bark and bite. It's just like being stuck under logs is partly known as home for termites. I change statistics drastically with poetic mastery, then drop the mic. And when you grab it, it lasts your ass sarcastically at volumes beyond the decibel limit. Till all rooms have noticed that your pimp daddy cover-up's now been knitted to expose the internal amateur. I inflame your temper like girls busting nails but after they had manicures. Charge you with my antlers to engage in combat. Even if you bring everything but what you space to the laundromat, you're still crushed like 5 fat bitches is on your lap, cause I'm on attack with a goal to put the E×2 crew on the map.
So now I take a look at your face and wonder what's turning your mind. Does your brain run on water, skills falling behind? Does your head to your mouth make a full connection when you glance at the water, getting scared of the reflection? Thought dissection, a penny for your think, spitting like cerebral rhymes stuck in your teeth. The world is decaying to nothing as I speak. 100 years nowadays equals a week. Can't see me preparing, cause tears make it blurry. The thought processes of a plunger sucking shit, just like a knuckle sandwich or a joint. Either way you take a hit. You wanna get to the dungeon, you take the 605, cause the song is called The Demo Killer.
Avoiding all of the usual pitfalls. Facing some got sons means death by spitball. You're the only one that really thought that you were way hard. Now your tape dies lonely in my personal cassette graveyard.
You thought that I wasn't listening just because you're an extremely whack MC, in the hope that I wouldn't notice that you have been biting me in my pauses. Even my performance-wise poses, you use me as an imitation type copy of God just to possess yourself with my word and call it a natural gift. I guess the only one that you brought is the one under the tree, and you even unwrapped it and signed it to me. Well, this is what I brought for you, the poetical pieces and puzzles that you have stolen to improve your image. Now, have drawn my strongest defensive line to the line of scrimmage, and they are to be returned to temples and the ruins that you have attempted to ruin, meaning the path you have chosen is not really yours.
Every demo that you ever made in your life was whack. Much like the war between Marvel and DC. Marvel at the secret rivalry between the weak and the dope MC. With telepathy, like Xavier McDaniels. Some got songs, just Sonic Savior for años. Angling like Argyle as I augment alphabets. I'll tackle and tattoo all of your turntable tablets. Hip-hop hemorrhages from the appendages of West Coast Wolverines with the accuracy of Gobo 13.
Unexplained terrain must be explored. It deserves a chance like a tie score. Take a look around, never ignore. Lack of scientists, too many Igors. Understand the land that is walked on. Opportunity for those who stand strong. Keep an open eye for the do wrong. Not enough time for a tag-along. Tag-alongs get fucked.
And mask. I like got disposable mask and shit. In adoration to the great despisers, man is something to be surpassed, a station to circumscribe lest allude to their negligence to grasp that under God every plant and animal exists within, accordingly into its ecological niche, and sin be still be defined. We are ideas that originate in minds other than our own, vanquish the vestiges of bestiality sown. Why is it when mobs govern, man is ruled by ignorance? With the church superstition rules the experience. Man expendable depends on dividends defined strife. Today's imbalance is due to emphasis on appetite. Is it not that our souls, the character leading to horses to demonstrate man's capacity to separate and evaluate, acquainting oneself with illumined masters, attaining insight as a horai, my pack's adept in the practical application of light.
So with the volume, can you guys hear that? There's 573 ways to get defeated. I'll leave your limbs chopped off with a cracked skull, bleeding, pouring on the floor. Level 25, in the first corridor, inside the lion's den, but at the end of a long, narrow, stretched out hallway of mystical mansion. Knife expansion, my double-edged sword swings towards your neck. Now I'll hold your head for ransom, I expose your mind with brain cell pollution. I'm a man with this mic, planning your execution. A Los Angeles street dweller, a fortune teller, telling future fortunes. My rhymes are scorching. MCs I'm tortured when I blow up out of proportion, causing confusion and distortion. Your mother should have had an abortion, but it's too late, you're defeated. Flatline deleted from the space, your existence is erased. Nothing but an exaggeration due to your lifeline cancellation. Hallucination, delusion, you're losing. When you're snoozing, I'm a dream-like illusion. A problem with no solution. I can't be solved with inspection or detection. I have a see-through complexion, which is my protection. I hate humans like Hannibal Lecter, I'm an ear collector. I have your ears on my necklace for better hearing, and your eyeballs are my earrings. This is the style in which your inner soul is fearing.
I feel like things could collapse at any moment, so naturally I build a structure that's rupture-proof, but often erupts and tragically, poof, magically disappears, showing proof of the direction I steer out in veers. It fills my head. I told my pet caterpillar I'm tripped out, he said, pour me a grudge. They made me squeeze him, his green toxic sludge, flooding my floor, tried to escape worse than the grease of the knob on the door. Most of the float-weight bars ignored when I asked if the waves. Played the bump on the log and swayed off in the boat. It had been a couple of years since I cut the air off my throat till I was convinced that the result wasn't fair. Won't lose hope by the eye while you stare. Here's a picture, so whenever you feel the need to catch my glare, you can simply pull me out the glove and try to hide that buzz. Chistoso, your first name Bob, Mr. Oso. You can't fool the deranged todo poderoso, so please come closer. You can spare me the tears, keep your silence, cause I don't feel like busting out the violins on a deal that you lost, but it happens to the best of us. So put it behind, never mind, ash to dust and butts. With ifs and who can we trust, as if your smell didn't make me want to take a whiff and tell the myth that spells your name how to sniff. Incorrect letter format, rearrange, build, lift, but you missed your fucking chance. So cheers to the last dance.
The world's strung out on cigarettes and bounce checks. Basic boot stamps for liquor store sex. Living in mono, thinking in stereo. Cops grow donuts with seeds of Cheerios. A sinkable government can't be stopped. A false belief like KRS, eating beef, unthinkable reflex. Reverse psychology, humans familiar with alien terminology. Calling it Dr. Bunsen Honeydew. Silent majority sound waves running through, broadcasting live from a southern sunny side. Hot off the press, all the headlines read. The illest MC kills the wackest MC. B-boys memorizing the hip-hop quotes. There's more to come, so swallow before you choke.
Depleted, down to the last dollar, and pockets filled with cents. Picturing myself as an astronaut floating through spheres of influence untainted, and the way the sky's painted captures the way I feel, lifted and yet cracked down the spine. Stones raining, and I view this all from outside, surreal, as if destinies could be sketched, but bound a bench to document the vision. Heated, seated, summing up the malice of the clock in the morning mood, and the ink will brew to speak its mind. And someday my words will be pressed down like jaws, exposed to the tooth of detraction, a forethought to move myself from exaction, exiting stage right, tapping the brightest reservoirs of light, blinding the irrational.
And as for me, see, I'm into the classics, the painter state of the impossible, of the Palace of Fine Arts, and on opening day you will promote the epitaph, echoing the echelons, the concise fixture in the universe. But once I get there, I will call God by his first name, and he will dictate my jacutation. Log it alongside the Septuagint, and when you reach the podium, you're ovulating the odium. I stand singular. You stress over the occluphobia, the obsessive fear of crowd, the shroud figuring to go AWOL and end up with no name, and the wind will be measured a gale force, but I will rhyme until my face turns blue while at Mach 2.
You're narrow-minded. You're a piece of shit. You are a piece of shit. Shithead. You are a piece of shit. You're a stupid shithead. You're narrow-minded. You're just whack. So wrong. 110% whack. You're a piece of shit. You're a dumb fuck. I fucking hate you. And I don't really hate anybody, but I hate you. Cause I just can't stand to see you. But when I see you, I fucking hate you. And that goes out to you. She was only a baby, 10 brothers and sisters, wishing she was an only child for a while, waiting for a countdown to next time she eats. Got a fat uncle who likes to grab her ass, hates school cause her clothes are out of style. She hates life because her pops travels miles. Mom gets around the apartment building, uses television for a shielding. Tired of the habits shared by her sisters, makes a vow to never be like her siblings. Finds a great escape, staring at the ceiling. Takes a shower 4 times a day, but still hates to brush her teeth with her finger. Radio wave dreams becoming a singer. With an
What you talking about? Let them know what's about my days. Okay, let's see. Oh, my days. They consist of hearing alarm clocks and getting pissed, so I pop a spring, maybe squeeze a peel of juiceless. Why am I like this? As I crumbles my fist, maybe do something with my Tin Man existence. But I'm too curious, just slightly, not settling into any moldy subtleties. Yes, I find it troubling, never a blurriness, while unraveling twisted victims nonchalantly urinating on me. Damn, if they would only live to see. Watch my swan dive to a backstroke where the puddles be. But if the dog doesn't want, you could always give to me. Oh, so I'm gonna wake up Oscar, kicking all this garbage. Getting jumped by assumptions, only gonna reverse the consumption, giving me the yardage. As I have every reason to fail, cause they told me that I was a lost cause. Oh, it's just how you hear it. Blah, 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 blah. Don't try to school me. Excuse me. Well, I flap off it. Because gotta go back home.
Sorry about that. Damn, dude, I'm trying to do that. Alright, man. We just go right now, but just alright, check that out. The polymorphic swordfishes, planting seeds and granting wishes, damaging the past malicious mannequins of sacrilegious nature. Make sure your glaciers of ice suffice, cause when the polar caps collapse, your roughneck raps could mean your life.
Looking for God and God is gone. Look inside and you may find God following right beside you, or trying to find you. Looking for God in a solid gold angel hanging on a rope chain, praying to a plastic statue. You may place it beside you, I guess, just to remind you of who might be looking over you. Maybe God will return again when we are born again, transform again. We can relearn again how to be friends again. And the chaos has left the land, hand in hand. MCs right off into the sunset. Every day is a new obstacle to tackle. Why we battle ourselves just don't make sense. That's why you're finding out that the facts of life are all about you. It's an obvious law of life. What comes around goes around, same as above as it is below. And that all depends on which way you're going, up or down. It's your birthday, boy. This moon dies in laughter, drowned in a bottle of liquor. In the sunshine, waiting so long for the sun to come.
Waiting so long for the sun to come. For some unsatisfied idiots, the sun never sets. So we continue to solicit rhymes that are uncut and explicit, to the point, so exploit a specific style or benefit. Poor selective hearing amongst this crowd will sum up the deficit between commercial shit and unheard talents that leave suckers dazed and confused, plus unbalanced, like the scales of a Libra, while you sit and listen to radio play that makes no sense, like an albino zebra. I'm perfectly capable to intrigue the inquiring minds that require what I've already acquired in its entirety. Retirement's looking good for your entire environment, so keep your comments to yourself, but look close so you can see how I remain stealth at the bottom like glucose of this awesome underworld Gotham. Take caution, cause one day we're bound to blossom. Under the sun, it's bound to come.
Get off stage, get off stage, you goddamn gook, you know. You piss me off, you fucking jerk. Get on my nerves.
Straight from Massman's point of origin, this is Abstract Rules with another underground news update. Simplemente oprime el botón que dice audio o SAP. Consciousness against beef has always been our third eye on cows.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is... Well, it doesn't really matter what my name is, but this song is, I wrote it, it's about my life, so just take a little listen. It goes like this. Don't be afraid when I change from liquid form to solid, because I sway when I swarm. They get scared, cause I walk sideways with 6 feet, and drag my tail when I creep, knock out 3 MCs with just one sweep. My fourth eye acts as a scope that watch my back. My superhuman strength can swiftly crack your back and snap to react and slither out of crap. 3 stomachs to digest your rhymes whack and spit venom out my spout to make you blind and burn your fucking mind. And then I'm out. Bartender, could you please bring one more up here? Thank you. Make it a double. Here we go. Here's the second verse. It goes on the toilet. I was reading an issue of the Daily Planet, taking my gills for granted. Species underwater. I've been on the run from facilities since I was 3. I've been growing rapidly. Every 6 months I grow a few hundred years. I got some ingrown claws that I used to tear. So MCs beware, I'm hiding under their stairs, dumpsters and trash cans. I change into slime, and then I drip behind all the grease and grime. I sprout suction cups from out my spine, then rip their fucking eyes out, their fucking sockets. Sorry about that. If you want to leave tips, there's a little bucket right here, and I really appreciate it. I'm trying to feed my family. So it goes like this. I'm hiding from helicopters and black choppers, cause they got scalpels to poke and prod at my flesh. Just an estimated guess, they're on some kind of alien quest, some radioactive type of hemoglobin. Well, I suggest I wither away till nothing's left, breaking down my walls, breaking down windows, walking around with glass in my foot. That's how they track me down, with my bloody prints. But my 4 eyes take a look around, and then I let out a low-pitched sound, loud enough to crack the ground. I dig a big hole straight down, then I escape. I lay a couple of thousand larvas so I can recreate. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This song is dedicated to dedicated to bartender. Could I please have one more?
Oh man, you suck, man. Motherfucker, sit down, motherfucker.
I wrote this song one day when I was taking a shit.
Who cares, man? I don't give a shit.
That's it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's good because he sucked anyways. He don't know how to sing.
Don't be a doo-doo head, cockhead.
I love you, doo-doo head, cockhead.
Don't say I love you, doo-doo head. Say don't be a doo-doo head.
Don't do the doo-doo head. Bye.
Yo, peep it. E times 2's got some shit to get off the chest, dog, so pay attention. I hope by now everyone with a 50% functional brain would know that computers are the wave of the future. But people don't realize the computer virus can infect and dictate such machines. And if computers sooner rule the world and the virus controls computers, then who do you think has the advantage of future success? Computer viruses are programs designed to replicate and spread without ever indicating that they exist. Computer viruses produce various symptoms displayed on your monitor just to play some tricks.
I use my mental for memories to avoid conflicts with programs that require access. Unguided lines restore backup copies of instruction with custom systems, removing information that may not function to display advanced power of your application. Adjust the date, time, curling numbers of formats to reflect on those who don't respect Immortal Kingdom Century. Illustrations available through cable and keyboards for rewards to leave whacking seas dead on seashores. Existing data with a new object dialog box that can read more. Sequence of my options shows on my monitor that your styles are for auction. To avoid any possible adoption, I'm present to let out 800 viruses I can cross in. Repeat more deadly than a coffin and make your mental slip faster than the rain when the car spins. You receive snapshots of mathematical carvings and break you down like helium with a hardened. With my repair highlights of my gates of paradise garden. As violation caused angel dust poison radiation. It put you in eternal sleep situation on those who want to barge in. That try to pass the classified program sergeant. Don't fuck with the unified master that's sharpened. I eat gorilla feet and alligator teeth when I'm starving. Representing the United States tar men. I'm too far in. The blinky red light instigates my instrument. This space is stopper can prevent it. That's how I came to Maximum Machine Lieutenant. Passwords accept favorite tracks that run unleaded. Negative impact communicates with environments manufactured and beheaded. Whackness, which is not qualified by water and cactuses. 4.5 fuel injection will light up my matches.
Computer viruses are programs designed to replicate and spread without ever indicating that they exist. Computer viruses produce various symptoms displayed on your monitor just to play tricks.
Hi, how are you doing? Are you from the East Coast? Most toast get soaked by Coast Philly Bowls 2026 Bowls. Select your 5-4, Picker, Billy Gold, hold and drop your cocks and grab your socks. Wrapped in a carbon box from the Tarman Rock. 5150 Black Hawk without the chains. Whips in a leftover hip from a wimp. You illiterate shrimp, calculate your shit. It's on 36 ships, chips on the West Mini Rock cliffs. You have multiple cysts, even the armpits trying to drop hip hop over farm hits. That gets waxed with a star clip and a 45 caliber fist. Full into the mist with wrist with savage click. Only vanishing sticks that are 335 pounds thick. Disintegrating whack shit and biscuit pancake mix. Delivering elements of poison ticks on your hits. Towards the end for a little bit, but then crushed by virus iron bricks.
Sometimes nickels and dimes, like $1 million pieces with a thesis, wasting time. Hiding behind my business frame of mind in its prime. Optimistic hopes of getting signed, doing what I've been pursuing for years. Died when my ears threw in the towel. I gave up all hopes. Now no one is half the battle and I know the ropes. I take on all goals by striving to achieve what I believe and never misconceiving those who conceive. Good evening. Welcome to Master Chisholm's Theater. Today's show features two unique creatures of a greater consciousness. A walrus and yours truly, the all deadly you know who, coming through fully concentrated. What was consecrated in the past, right? You kicking and screaming into the millennium at last.
From being young, traveling with an alcoholic pops, moving around from him, changing jobs. He's a hard-working man, provides for his family. Always walking 2 steps ahead of insanity. He said never trust nobody who talks a lot. If you got beef, punch the motherfucker in his throat. When I'm all alone, I get violent thoughts. Nowadays I don't got time to form a sentence. Guaranteed, we made way too many demos. Did 1,000 shows, rocking crowds in a rat hole. Breathing up a lot of secondhand tobacco. Since 14 years old, we've been having a sack. Just a young motherfucker eating value packs, but nobody's home. Eat no, drink no, money have we none.
You can keep on knocking, but you can't get your foot in the door, let alone come in the jism dungeon. I'm plunging your inferior posterior into the roar of my rapids. You're like a renovate from living a light bait like trap squids. Ain't nothing like the real thing to lure in the prey to the killing. You're doing the same, you ruin the game by playing unfulfilling roles. You sold your soul from soul to soul, keep on moving. You've been falling off when you thought you've been improving.
They got no problem talking about the self, developing this all about me. Attitude, living off silver spoons and paper plates. Me, I got plastic forks and microwaves. I would like to be you, to know what you think. Sometimes they represent everything that I hate. Smells like cheap cologne from rotten grapes. Nobody's home, on your back, belly up. Write it in stone, upset stomach, throw up. They don't know about my food coupons and hungry wallet. From paycheck to paycheck, the wall can't call it.
Hi-ho, nobody home. Meat nor drink nor money have I none. Hi-ho, nobody home. Meat nor drink nor money have I none.
The root of all evil can rule everything around me, but can't rule me. The laws cross the boundary. It can't rule me. The right price never found me. I'm fully in control of my soul. Rolling you up in my scroll, sealing the seams, killing the dreams and breed up in smoke, allowing them to choke and bleed internally. Eternally will succeed. Nobody's home for you to use on dues we feed.
Yeah, shystiness. It's bad. Don't do it. Public service announcement from Massive. Oh, you fuck-ups. Hey, spread the love. Bring your own weed and your own tape supply. Make as many beats and songs as you possibly can. Take care of your family. Fuck the man. Any man. Any motherfucker that ain't paying the checks. Or should I say the bill?
Boys and girls, we have a little story for you. Boys and girls, we have a little story for you. Boys and girls, we have a little story for you.
Airboxing with the wind spinning around, confused, don't know where to begin. How can a funny picture look so evil? She's got the feeling from the floor to the ceiling. How can she take it? Stone face, the pretty prostitute, addicted to greenbacks. She's on her back sucking loot. never owned a pair of panties. She keeps rubbers in her purse, fond of wearing a lambskin hearse. 40-year-old bald man, they love her on payday. They're married, so what can they say? She has a homemade tat on her ass. Every morning she puts baking soda in her crack. East Kennel, come funnel, cellulite, and shelter. There's a stretched out tunnel. She sucks DNA Slurpees all night.
We gon' try to
She
get
works
down,
hard
but
for
it's
her
kinda
money.
tight up here. We gon' probably have to get sideways. We ain't gonna be able to get all the way down. I would like to say that we are doing a live album, but it's gonna create a few problems with me trying to do my normal.
She works hard for her money, so you better treat her right.
I don't know why women always wanna sit right up front.
Tomorrow, it's just another day, but I hope her cataracts isn't acting up. Moving every day, but ain't going nowhere. The streets are her stage, but nobody cares. It's the little problems that hurt real big. It's the back rubs from her bony, shaky hands. Juggles my nuts when she takes out her dentures. Senior citizen adventures. Getting her lips ready to spout some idiocy. But can you die from a broken heart? I found a smile, it slid across her face. Hoping that tomorrow is a brand new start. She works hard for her money.
So hard for her money.
So hard for her money.
So hard for her money.
She works hard for her money, so you better treat her right. She works hard for her money.
So hard for her money.
So hard for her money.
So hard for her money.
She works hard for her money, so you better treat her right.
I'm wiggling my ass with a woman directly in front of me. And she was looking at me kind of strange too, like, what's happening here? It's not that kind of party, believe me, okay?
Red light district, her way of the motel, woman of the night. She was older than her pimp, lost in her own city like a foreign tourist. Lipstick smeared, she often said she used her pain for protection. Ex-Marines with wipes and war limbs lining up to see her. Guilt fills the air, feeling of guilt. An enveloping, piercing when she wraps a scarf around her head. She wraps her legs around the men who wrap their arms and hands around her face. Don't look at me, you stupid old lady, he says, as he flips her over to her stomach on the bed, revealing a tattoo of a naked child on the small of her back. Simply typical, my baby pictures were lost in a suitcase, stolen from my mother by a two-face around the time of the depression, signaling the start of my own depression. I wanted to teach my grandkids a lesson, making an impression. Turning my back on the past is a blessing for some, but for others they just can't outrun the sad fact of the truth. Molested as a youth, invested my time in spreading disease to the brute through my vaginal shoot. Even your lifespan, the casual boot.
Like to move on, yes we are. Before the night's all, I'll probably go piss off a few people. I'm known to do that. But fuck it.
As I briskly shake the can in hand and hear the inner sphere click clack and it's wet. Invisible glide on tippy toes, dipped in black, chameleon camouflage with a nylon slid in my face. Hella Krylon, so I'm in need of a somewhat large graffiti space. Replace a portion of brick with an oil base, preferably primer, one coat designer, with a pan and a roller like an old timer, who claims it drains value from property. Pal, you ain't stopping me, you gotta be persistent with your pursuit, cause you haven't caught me. My index ought to be at the apex of a Rust-Oleum depressant, fumigating walls with paint and aerosol air compression, flat black outline, colorful congestions, psychedelic suggestions with three-dimension shadings and the proper dressings, make it vibrant. Spare time means my pilot needs to corner fire hydrant. 594 wars, black books to walls, a language silent, yet currently interpreted as outspoken vandalists acting violent.
No ordinary vandal. Well, that, Mulligan, was no ordinary vandal.
I'm high above a twilight maze of a dingy rain-swept alleyway, doing fill-ins on a rooftop in the middle of downtown LA. This is where I do my graphic, vandalizing, vaporizing, capsizing on a toy rider, with a couple crew members to pull an all-nighter and a stock tip to do some one-liners. I signify, yo, one from the Los Angeles street designers. My tag on the wall is not a scrawl, it's an innovative, creative signature that I leave and style that I draw. Nowadays, I go through a phase when painting Santa Fe's that I cannot explain. I think it's that aerosol methane that's making me feel faint, but I continue to paint on this steel train. I remain calm with 2 more letters to bomb before I complete this non-obsolete style on the illegal surface. Gaining fame for my crew is my only purpose, yet these acknowledgements have become an imprisonment for repeat offenders. So I remain inoffensive and expressive with graffiti pieces with a jasper of colors in which my camera releases.
You know how it is with these vandals today.
Oh, there it is again. It's like censorship was un-American. I never liked America. I'm not a good Samaritan. The chair I was in, I would swear I was in a hot seat. They got beef beneath, so they call me in for questioning. Do you got the spray cans? They can be persistent. Luckily I'm chuckling cause I was pain resistant. Self-expression, learn a lesson. Number 1 example, taking what is mine and I'm calling it a sample. The swine was always on my back, cause I would rap. It's like mass amounts, they pile in the stacks. With so many thumbtacks, and holding up the posters and pinups in my room, awaiting till the doomsday. Waiting till the doomsday.
Some people get so hot, they actually think they can
I don't hang out with those
Me metieron a la cárcel. They put me in jail. Y allí en la cárcel yo empecé a hacer planes. There in jail I began to plan. Y estos planes eran cómo venir y coger a mi hermano. These plans were how I was going to come home and take care of my brother. Y matarle. I wanted to kill him. Entonces recuerdo como a las 3. I can remember at about 3 o'clock. De la mañana. In the morning. Me dejaron salir. They set me free. En una condición que yo venía con una mente diabólica. All that was in my mind was diabolical.
wanna know why? Then scrape the wax out your ears. Listen for a change. They assume you're out of tune, deranged without a clue. Little strange, but you maintain right without a fight, and it grows, not a rumor. But the sooner you touch it, it spreads. Dread malignant brain tumors in your head. The only time it's not felt when I undo my belt and lunge into bed. Almost forgot my prayers, my hellos to those no longer there. I often stare to the distant nowhere. Parts of me breaking down, I can't repair. That's why sleeping sound sounds good to me till morning calls. Clock doodle doo. Alarm clocks will do fine embedded in the wall. Jumped in my shoes. Time's a wasting. Can't be late. My boss was pacing and questioned the prior night's aromas that I was tasting. Oh shit, it's a mind game to make me think I was freebasing, but I ran it through quick enough to call me ask why you spacing and bugging. You know I got some raid at the pad that foams like salt. You're slugging the air when life isn't fair. Have you seen my paperwork anywhere? Man, it's times like these my thoughts grab me and spell relief with the fat old Jake Fikes blandly. By the way, have you seen my sanity? I yelled his name, then heard footsteps coming my way, or else an illusion, or maybe I'm just confused and need to tell someone how I can sleep for days. Another example of why I like to yarn. They cannot wipe my shit. Your dog does gymnastics in the front lawn dusk till dawn tactics. And fall through cracked addicts, robble gobble. Cause rock kids without the cane or sure to hobble. Life's a test. You pass or fail, hail great, or a pest that sails into dissolving lakes. They leave you without a paddle in the shitty creek. What a pity. Time to seek away, uncover, discover, find out about the not currently known. Chisel a crack in your zone. Cause a drought might hit home without a doubt. Alone and worthless in the ways of mankind are mean. You feel earthless. Am I the only one that mumbles to myself? Questions my mental wealth. I'm stumbling, oh shit, no wonder the key isn't working. I was yanking and jerking the wrong apartment, vision impaired. I didn't climb enough to see what was wrong upstairs. This time I'll get it right. My foolish display has the neighbor asking if he's alright. Got a duck out of sight. Wish my mommy was here, took away my fears and turned off the night light cause I'm all methed up. Dandy nose candy comes in handy for a haze, but me, I'd rather sleep for days.
People at work load up on caffeine and nicotine, sneaking breaks to cure the habit. They're fiends, punching clocks to keep the family full. 7 a.m. it seems to get earlier every day. I probably wouldn't rest till my ghost possessed. Would I be saved if I was Bethlehem's best? It's not my fault. I have low self-esteem. Every time I wake up, I'm just farther from my dream. I grew up fast, killing my past. Just hope that things don't rip at the seams. I could sleep for days.
Take your time dying, get busy. Taste bud killer, cause like it leaves an aftertaste, just like the ocean waste. Whack like a saltwater gimmick, or some kind of four-season fall. It leaves a stink like pussy in the hall. Just lingers in the room like lotion or perfume. See better on her tight bush twin. They walk around flirting with high school girls and junior high kids. But you're a whack MC like statutory rape. Can't even shift the shape. But every time the phone rings, someone goes deaf. With me in the origin like nothing is left. DJ is scratching like psoriasis. Misery loves company like cirrhosis.
each other. Seeing is believing. So get busy, lying is deceiving. Then get busy, dying. You spend your whole fucking life trying. It's time to wait, no time to wait for you and I, my friend. So get busy living, or take your time dying. You're getting busy.
Another tall tale, open up a fresh can of worms. So dig deeper than hell. It's about what's dead, rebel, and they know where to tell how significant is my final element. Just as much as finishing touches for the excellence. For instance, I broadcast mutant intelligence, transmitted through smoke or physics to cover my medicines. Doodle ball tracks, that's my style. Spoil Halloween candy, no ties live to make me smile. Introduce circus views up. Time to eat some clues up. Stampede or MC, so who's up? Oh yes, that was always gotta be first to flow. Strap your dildo to your bike so you can go riding over bump slow. Get busy living or get busy dying. Time to wait for you or I, my friend. So get busy living or take your time dying. Get busy. Yeah.
So far, Mike Nardone has been missing for 5 years, 3 weeks, 2 days, and 12 hours. When I find him, I'll call you back. Okay, thanks. Goodbye. Goodbye. So far, Mike Nardone has been missing for 5 years, 3 weeks, 2 days, and 12 hours. When I find him, I'll call you back. Okay, thanks. Goodbye.